But not for everybody. Ain't that what text said? For everyone who believes. For the Jew first, that's Zephaniah's crew, right? And also the Greek, right? For in the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, what, Brazil? The just shall live by faith. You cannot prove justice if there is no faith. Right? You cannot operate in that which is just if you don't have faith in the one who is just. Right? Check this out. Verse 18. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness, because what may be known of God is manifest in them. For God has shown it to them, for since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes. That's the stuff that God shows us, right? Right? That's not necessarily visible to us. We can't necessarily see it. We just know it's there. Y'all ever felt that way? My son yesterday, we were driving. My son says, this is going to be a big year. This is going to be a big year, Daddy. I said, what's going to happen? I don't know, but I can feel it. This is going to be a big year, right? I said, son, I know what you're talking about. I felt the same way, right? He said, Dad, you got to shoot your shot. I said, son, I've been saying that 2016 is a big year. You got to shoot your shot, right? He said, Dad, I've been saying that since January. So have I, son. 2016, big year. What's going to happen? I don't know. But I feel it, right? That's who God is. The invisible attributes of God. You can't see it. Y'all ever been there before? Where that stuff just start bubbling in, and you just like anticipating something. You get so anxious and stuff. Start bubbling. Folk ask you, what's going on? I don't know. I just feel like something's going to happen, right? The text says, the invisible, verse 20, for since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen. If it's invisible, how can it be clearly seen? Check that out, right? Being understood by the things that are made. That's us, we created things, right? Even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse, right? Doesn't matter if you see it, you know it's there. And because you know it's there, because you can't explain it, sometimes individuals attempt to explain it away. But that which is there, whether you can explain it or not, right? So because you know it's there, you have no excuse, right? Because although, and this is where I want to camp, because although they knew God, that's one. That's cognition. They knew God. They did not glorify him as God. They knew him and did not glorify him, right? They understood knowledge of God, but chose to take the knowledge of God and suppress it, right? Why am I talking about this, right? They did not glorify him as God, nor were thankful, but, contrast with conjunction, became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened, professing to be wise. They became fools and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man and birds and four-footed animals and creeping things. I'm going to stop right there because I want to go further, but I'm going to stop right there, Fuzzy, because I don't want, we're going to talk about this later on, right? But I want to talk to you all about that context of, from Zephaniah's day. Remember, Brazil was talking to you all about how Zephaniah had turned his focus back to Jerusalem, to the city, the capital, right? Judah. When he turned his focus back to Jerusalem, the wisdom of Judah should have been steeped in the history of who God is. If nobody knew who God was, they should have known who God was. Right? They had the parchments. They had the law and the prophets. They had the Pentateuch, the books of Moses, the law. But guess what? Having it doesn't mean you know it. Just like fishing doesn't mean you know how. I know that to be true, right? I've probably fished 5 times in my life, right? And when I went fishing Brazil, right? It was a brother who took the worm, put it on my line for me, told me, unfasten that clip, throw the thing out, fish hit it. I caught more fish than everybody on the boat, Brazil. And don't know a bit more than the man in the moon what I was doing, right? I caught the most fish, but they're the experienced fishermen. Because they know how to fish. I just had a good day. That's the favor of God on my life, son. Amen? My son and I were talking about the favor of God. Amen? Sometimes favor of God just comes on you when you don't know. You have no clue how you got there. Amen? Right? That's your protection. That's what Brazil talks about when he talks about Israel. How was 1947 Israel was given its autonomy, right? As a recognized nation, right? Which was an answer to prophecy that we just got finished reading, that God will bring Israel and give it his own land, right? How is this little country, little big country, right? Got all enemies around it, and it's still there. They shooting bombs over in Israel every day. And guess what the Israelites doing? They living. They living. But unfortunately, they're living without an understanding of who the true God is. So how does God feel when the one he is sustaining won't recognize the one who sustains him? How often do we do that, right? All the time. Had a chance to move my son out the dorm yesterday, right? So a whole lot of socialization going on, amen? Whole lot of life living going on between the students, right? These students, freshman students, and bless the Lord, these be co-ed dorms, amen? Yeah. Bless Jesus. Yeah. My son was an RA, and he had to witness this stuff firsthand, amen? But what I learned was, and I was here about to bust in my bones, Brazil, because what I grew to understand in correlation to Zephaniah's time is that sometimes we can create pockets in our life, pockets where we feel safe in what we know. And we think that which we know is enough. Right? Right? Our college campuses are full of knowledge. Amen. They're full of understanding. But our educational system has gone. It's gone. I was going to say something else. It's gone. Right? And it's gone not because it's not teaching our children. It's teaching our children. But it's demeaning, diminishing, and disintegrating the significance of the most important knowledge. And that's the knowledge of God. Right? Y'all know most of the institutions of higher education in America were founded on theological teachings. You couldn't, before a person went to law school, they got a degree in theology. Why? Because all knowledge is based upon the foundation of true knowledge. True knowledge, right? So how can I know about a world from a liberal arts perspective if I don't know about the creator of the world? So guess exactly, my son says, what? Right? Because he graduated with a degree in biomedical engineering, Kirsten graduated with a degree in sociology. How many times did y'all talk about God in y'all schoolwork? You took a philosophy of religion class? And did y'all talk about Yahweh? Huh? Y'all talk about lots of things? Equally, right? Yeah, equally. Everybody had that. Yeah. Huh?
I had a professor who went to seminary, so we talked about, he went to seminary, so he used what he learned in seminary to kind of talk about the theories and things of that nature, but sometimes it kind of felt like he was contradicting the word.
Really? So you had someone who understood the word, or was supposed to understand the word, right? Who was attempting to teach the word in a social context to people who can see that he may not have been as adept at teaching the word as he should have been, right? Why? Because the people who go to school now don't go for a seminary degree, right? Because a sociology degree is equal to a seminary degree. A law degree is equal, is more significant, right? You tell somebody you're going to seminary, oh. You tell somebody you're going to medical school, oh. Going to law school, oh. Yeah, I just got my MBA, oh. Yeah, I'm going to be a preacher. Well, what else you going to do? You gonna be an accountant or something? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I saw a hand. Yes, miss.
I was going to ask you, when my grandson started college, what, 3 years ago, do you recall me asking you? I was in a tither because, and I said to Pastor, but it's a religious school. I was outraged because his girlfriend was allowed to come and spend the weekend in his dorm. The school gave him permission.
Yeah.